World Bank Group has recognized very early that climate change is a fundamental threat to all the ambitious development goals we have set for ourselves. In particular, the elimination of poverty and also shared prosperity, which I think is also a theme which is very important here in Colombia. We have, in the past year, done a lot of work. We have set ourselves a target on climate-related investments, and this was expressed as a percentage that 20% of our investments in the private sector should be in projects which are dedicated to climate change. And that can range from renewables to smart agriculture, to energy efficiency, to working with banks, to smart technology, to climate smart innovations. So it's a very, very broad area. We did $2.3 billion of climate-related investments for our own account, and we also mobilized with our key partners another $2 billion. So that was a very important development for the IFC and in the climate space. COP21, as you said, was a huge success. 196 nations under the umbrella of the United Nations managed to get an international agreement, which I think is a huge success. But also about over 150 countries provided their nationally determined contributions. So these are very specific plans. It's not one size fits all, because it is recognized that countries are at different stages in their development. It's also recognized that countries have different situations, and therefore every country basically designed its own plan. But we are now working with our client countries in order to help implement these plans. On the private sector side and for the IFC, some of it is what we are already doing. I mean, I mentioned that we have this ambitious program, and last year we did about 22% of our investments in the climate space. Our president has announced at the annual meeting in Lima last October that the World Bank Group wants to go up to 28%. So that's a big increase by 2020. And also that we want to mobilize $13 billion from the private sector. So quite ambitious targets. And some of what I already mentioned, renewables, in particular energy efficiency, working with banks, will continue. But we're also looking more and more into cities. I mean, we know that, and this is a global trend, that there is a big urbanization going on and continuing. Obviously, this is something where we can still shape the future by influencing, whether it is with mass transport, whether it's with green buildings, energy efficient buildings, whether it's with wastewater treatment. So these are some of the key, I think, areas on which we work and where we see a lot of momentum coming up.